Welcome everyone. Today we have our another new episodes and we will discuss on how to publish the research paper. And we have our woman scholar from India. She has her PhD. She has excellent academic contributions in India and around the world. So, Dr. Tamanna, first, can you introduce yourself as an academician? And secondly, can you share your experience how to publish research paper?
Okay, sure. Actually, I'm a PhD from one of the best universities in India as well as abroad. It's called Jawaharlal Nehru University, and people just want to get their work published through the university. But I got a lot of help from my teachers and professors, and there was many of them were very inspirational to us, and we used to want to be in their league. But after my PhD, what I did was I wanted to publish my PhD and MPhil. So in that regards, I did publish my book. In first book took me around 5 years to publish my work, and then I wrote subsequently many other books, through different publishers, and that took me around a few months because I was kind of I was used to writing, and I'm writing continuously right now. Also, I'm writing working on 2 or 3 books. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that you should be very consistent in what you take up. First of all, write on something which is of interest to you. So for feminism was an interest to me, so I wrote a couple of books on that, and then I wrote about international relations, which was another interest area for me. So I mean, it's being published in different languages worldwide, and it's being sold across the world, be it South Korea, Japan, China, Saudi Arabia, everywhere, Turkey. I mean, my books are available everywhere. So I would advise my uh, look people who are like listening to this podcast that we need to have a consistent policy when we write our work, and you should not miss a day where you don't contribute something to the book which you are writing. So I guess, and then you should choose accordingly your publisher. For example, I mean, I knew I am a free thinker, so probably some journals would not like me to publish because they're leftist in nature, so they would not like me to publish their work because it's a very small community, academics, and they know who is from which background, so they can stop you from writing your book, and which can be very depressing. So I would want you to look up those articles whereby you can publish them in the right journal. That's very important. But if you do, start with smaller journals and then aim for the higher ones, because we need to consistently publish. So first you could publish in smaller scale, and then go on to big articles in journals and book writing. So yeah.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you for your excellent contributions. I just want to go for a formal public process. I'm a chief editor for Innovative Academic Research Publishers. And today I'm going to share with our students how to publish research paper, getting your research published in Innovative Academic Research Publishers. So first thing first, what is the outline? Why publications is important? Research process, format for a paper, getting the submission right, insight from the trench, getting the revision right, how it's done at JM. So why publish? Requirement for RQS and PBRF, publish or be demand, which is very important in terms of personal satisfaction, pure pleasure, because research is something through this process you can go for detailed understanding of the problem. You can go for establishment a reputable and building a career. You can build knowledge, and with your knowledge you can save the world. So, uh, uh, first thing first, when we prepare a topic, we do some research, and we should focus what problem I am identifying, and what problem I want to solve with my research. So we have to go for a write-up, do all of our research activities based on collect research paper publications, and based on sending it to the journals. At some point, editor reject the paper or invite or revise the paper. And in that situations, definitely you do not have to be demotivated. You have to go for revisions and resubmit. And by this process, possibly several times, maybe one time, two time, or three times, you can accepted this paper and you can publish this paper. So our innovative academic research publishers, it's based on France, and this is very exclusive place where the top quality research always we promoting. This is very hard. Writing 30 to 50 pages research paper always difficult, and top journal like JM, JMR, JCR, Marketing Science accept only 10% of the research paper. So that's why I always invite that many people rejected their paper, but like the new journal, right, innovative academic research publishers, if you publish your paper step by step, you build your reputation, step by step you build your things, that will be very important. Secondly, I see in India, in Bangladesh, many undergraduate students, third year students, for fourth year students, still they do not have a research paper. But all of the students have thesis, right, or a project. So these projects you should target to publish this research paper, and it will be helpful to get your admissions in the international universities like in North America, in Europe, in Japan, in China, in Malaysia, or in Dubai or Australia. And this is the one and only way you can claim or you can request for scholarship. You can request for your funding. So if you see this top quality journal, some point this review process is slow and frustrating. Reviewer generally less knowledgeable about your work than you are. That is one of the factors. There is a mismanagement and other things happen. That's why we are planning to organize this kind of classes. Regularly, we will organize this kind of classes. These classes will be very valuable for us. These classes will be very effective for us, and we can understand each other's. We can engage with each other's. We can create very positive research team together to make things happen. And we also build up startup from these research industries. So, so if you go for the smart plan, published already, I published over 50 referred articles in Marketing Science, Journal Marketing, JASA, JR, IJRM, EJM, JAMS, and some other things. And if you go for this editorial boards, so Journal of Marketing, our business marketing editorial board is very rich. Definitely Soha Akiki is our fellow. Also in our boards, different people from around the world, they are contributing. So, associate editor for this service in research and interactive advertisement and Australian marketing journals, also marketing research, market science research, management science, JCR, International Journal of Research, Journal of Interactive Marketing, and Journal of Forecast, always available. So, how you a student can format the research paper? Dr. Tamanna, you want to add some point regarding how they can format a research article or research paper?
Yeah, yeah. What I would like to advise them is they should first, as Dr. Sharif was also saying, we need to first focus on the question, the hypothesis which we are really interested in and which for which we want to go for higher studies. So that kind of a thing should be there, that you should have a research question. What do you want to really focus on? And then build your research on that. And you can have surveys or questionnaires. That's a basic methodology which advice which I like to give. You should focus on where empirical research is necessary and where philosophical research is necessary. So if a student is interested in empirical study, they should conduct surveys, interviews, depending on what they want to work on. And if it's on philosophy, then accordingly thinkers should be focused on. You should speak to your professors. We are here as well, Dr. Sharif and I are always there at your service. We love to help you, help people, because world is facing continuously challenges which keep changing from time to time. So we need young people also to be focusing on these aspects. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you. For this particular issues, I have advice. You have to write your abstract. You have for our research paper format. You have to go for introductions. You have to go for literature review, the model or theories, hypothesis development if appropriate. You have to go for data descriptions. You have to go for data analysis and result discussion, conclusion. At some point, you have a limitations and further research and reference table and figure, which is a appropriate process, exact process to improve the scientific journal and so on. And many of the people, they target PhD. So PhD also with this Paris Graduate School, you can do your PhD. And publishing from a PhD work would be best you ever do, 3 years of effort, fewest restrictions, and plan to publish 3 articles from your PhD. Build this into the structure of your PhD. PhD is the only first step in publishing. It's not the end of the road, rather the beginning. So whole years and your lifetime, you can do these things. Submission. Target the right journal where previously key paper publishing in the journal. Format your paper to the used by the target journal. Get feedback before you submit the paper. Make the abstract and introduction exciting and get your point across. Have something to say and communicate this in an effective way. So you can submit your suggestion and nominee reviewers with us. We can go for look at the editorial board members. Some will be reviewers, so you can select your reviewers. Equally gives names of those who may be antagonistics. Talk the paper up a little in the covering letter. Check spelling and grammar. Attend to the details such as session numbers, equation, notice, and so on. Submit the research paper is only the beginning, but still do spell the time to prefer the original paper. Revisions are invitable. Put as much as effort into the revisions as the original submission and turn it around quickly. So do not just submit and stop your activities. You have to go for revision. So Soha, like as you finish your PhD, and many people actually frustrated when they do their PhD. They become frustrated when they get a lot of rejections, or reviewer ask them to review their paper. So how student can overcome from this situation? What is your advice? How you survive? How you finish your PhD from top class university like Jawaharlal Nehru University?
Sorry.
Like, what is
Hello?
your advice for the students?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll say that, you should first focus on the love of your academic topic. Whatever you're in love with, for example, when I was doing my studies in Lady Shriram College, I got introduced to many teachers who were in feminists. Then I went to JNU where, again, there were people who were like feminist and all that. So I got really influenced by them. I mean, as a person also, I was attracted to the topic. So that was my beginning. Then I wrote a lot on philosophy, then on laws and international relations. Now I write on international law. So I guess you have to choose the love of your life, not just the person you love with, but as far as academics is concerned, also you need to be in love with the topic which you write. So write at least 2, 3 books on that particular topic, varying your interest and like raising questions, hypothesis, what you want to see in this work. And then you can also approach us. I mean, anybody who's interested in feminism, international relations, they can get in touch with me. I'll definitely help you out how to write it, and it won't take me much time to help you. So I mean, we'd love to have you guys. Dr. Sharif is always there, and we would love to help you in publishing your work. Yeah.
Okay. Another important thing, if you disagree with the reviewer, explain this separately to the editors, and this is a neutral person. Make copies of the review response for editors and each reviews. It's amazing how often paperwork gets mixed up with the review process. If using electronic submission, watch out the glitch. and so on. And normally for our research paper publications, we have 3 reviewer, one of them an author, nomination reviewer, and one of them a specialist in the topic. We'll decide on the outcome after the most 2 revisions, no third revisions, no appeals unless a paper is new. Recognize the review process is noisy. So believe it or not, feels bad about 90% of the paper being rejected. So always I request you should meet with the editors and never submit a paper before it's ready. Remember to respond to the editor letters. If you are unsure if a paper is suitable for their journal, you can ask for submissions. Editors are competitive with each others and consider putting your working papers and everything so on. So in the conclusions, the old is 90% inspiration and 10% inspirations and 90% perspirations is still applied. So maybe many of the paper will be rejected, but still you can get feedback from editors, reviewers, and maintain the like all of the ethics and work on your writing and do not give up. This is the way I believe any researchers and scientists can survive. So, Dr. Tamanna, do you have any views or you want to share anything?
Yeah. So I guess what we need to do is be very particular about what we want to write on, and accordingly, you choose your thinkers or your theorists whom you feel that they can justify your research. So for example, I mean, if I like Iris Marion Young, so I used to quote her. I mean, I did it myself. I found out that this author was very linked to my research in my MPhil. So I quoted heavily from her, and then I did a lot of research papers on that particular thinker, and I felt that I was like attracted to that kind of thinking. Slowly and gradually, then I made my own thinking regarding these issues. So starting, you have to think, to have to focus on thinkers, and then go on to make your path into academics. You need to decide about what topic is of interest to you, and who are the thinkers, and how do you look at it. So have a critical perspective, because then what is your voice. If you are just quoting from people, you don't have your own voice. So you need to be very creative, and for that reasons, we'll help you out as much as possible to become a creative voice in academia. And you should be different, but don't be different for the sake of difference. But you should have a voice, which can contribute to the world. That kind of thinking you should have, that you want to make a better world. And that's what I did. I was interested in making uh, feminism more accessible to people, and so that people understand what it really meant in academics. So I did that, and then I wrote on philosophy, and then I wrote on international relations. Now I write on international law. So once you start writing your books, etc., then it becomes very easy for you. So within months you can publish your work then. So now my area of interest is law. So I'll be focusing a lot on the legal perspective. So yeah.
Mhm. Thank you for your comments. And this is our innovative academic research publishers. And here is the code of conduct. You can go this code of conduct. You can submit your book proposal. You can responsible for editors. You can write what is the process of peer review, original and prior publications. How we go for related work. We can go for conflict of interest. You can go for error in published work, confidentiality, ethical concern and misconduct, professional conduct, and all of the things. We do focus on, we have our conference. If you see that we have conference or future ready business in disruptive world, it will be 30 and 31st January this month. Also February we have conference on artificial intelligence. Then in March we have smart marketing and consumer behavior. We have fintech, finance and economic resilience, human capital, wisdom-driven leaderships, climate actions, affordable housing, agriculture, agribusiness, healthcare management, and political things. Each and every month, we have our conference. You can do the registrations, and you can publish your papers based on the theme. We have IR and geopolitics. You have business management, science, health, IT, and through this process, you can continue your journey. And beside that, we have our geopoliticals. You can see that there are a lot of high quality, very impactful journals, publications we have uh, on geopolitics, on business management, on science, health, IT, and so on. And through this process, actually, you can bring the process in an effective way. Uh, and most important things, even if you want to do your PhD with our Paris Graduate School, you can finish your PhD with us. We have scholarship based on your credibility. We have scholarship. And Dr. Tamanna, I also want to invite you. Why don't you do your third PhD with Paris Graduate Schools? And
Lovely. I would love to.
yeah, I know you are very dedicated, and we have scholarship and some other things, so you can get your European exposure, right? You
Sure,
have
sure,
experience from everywhere, and I want to invite you in our process. Maybe even in your degree, you can we can discuss how we can work. So
sure.
hopefully, it's very valuable for your career. So, Dr. Tamanna, what's your view?
Absolutely, I love to participate, and like I would love to publish my work with you guys, and like people from Europe, etc. Because for example, I'm also interested in science a lot. I mean, I'm sure Dr. Sharif knows it because I kind of quote a lot from astrophysics and those kind of things. So I like to mix and match science with social sciences and see how it becomes more accessible to common person. For example, if I'm able to explain to my health, I mean, they can have a better life if we kind of explain them things. So yeah, I love to work with you guys, definitely.
Thank you, Dr. Tamanna. We are looking for not only you, I know you have a very good network. We want 10 different students, those who want to do their PhD and go for publishing papers. And through this process, we can enrich our South Asia, right, with
Yeah,
knowledge. I know you are very dedicated with your knowledge, and I appreciate it. And I respect your passions, and I want to support people like you. So
thank
thank you
you.
everyone. Thank you everyone, those who joined today's sessions, and I request everyone, please share this content. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.